Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, just did a video defending Goldberg beating the Fiend or whatever I called it there. This is a bit of a follow-up to this because Goldberg beat the Fiend. You know, the consensus of the Smarks there, the speaking points of the day. WWE buried the Fiend. They kind of did there, you know what I mean? Kind of stopped his momentum a little bit there, but the thing is that they don't push young stars. A video on Meltzer's channel, you know, they're not pushing stars. JD from New York, it's all the same shit there. WWE not pushing stars, only relying on old guys. And some of that is true, you know what I mean? They rely on older stars because they're real stars. And they need these guys to make money and to sell tickets and to make us watch. You know what I mean? That's why they rely on nostalgia guys. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the guys that actually draw. You know what I mean? But some of these younger guys, a lot of them suck. You know, ask the Smarks, they'll tell you maybe Angel Garza is the future. Humberto Carrillo should be main eventing Mania this year. He's good enough to beat Taker at Mania, something like this there. But, you know, without guys like The Undertaker, you don't have a WrestleMania, shit like this. You need big names to attract viewers. That's why they rely on old timers and part timers and all of this crap there. But this thing that they don't push the stars, even though a lot of the new stars just don't cut it. You know what I mean? WWE still pushes young stars. Okay? Drew McIntyre, he's fighting Brock at Mania there in the main event. You know what I mean? Apparently they're, oh no, stars! I'm gonna watch AEW because WWE just killed the stars. And you have Drew McIntyre fighting Brock, but that's not enough there. You know what I mean? We need guys, fucking Pete Dunne needs to main event Mania or whatever. That's what they want there. But yeah, when it comes to The Fiend, yes, he lost against Goldberg. People are making up emotional arguments. Oh, his creativity. Oh, he's hurt. Young stars. But you know, Bray Wyatt isn't at home crying. He's making money. He doesn't care about this. Maybe he does care there, but it's about making money. It's not about Bray Wyatt's feelings. It's not about the feelings of JD from New York. It's not about the emotional false arguments that JD creates. McMahon is evil because of Bray Wyatt's feelings. Oh, it's not about that. You know what I mean? So Bray Wyatt, he lost against Goldberg, but he just lost in the main event of the pay-per-view. How can he not be pushed? How are they not pushing him when he's a two-time world champ? He just lost the title. You know, he might not be main eventing Mania, but if that's not in the plans, it's not in the fucking plans. They can't all main event Mania. He's a two-time world champ. You know what I mean? They're making him beat legends every week, you know, against all kind of wrestlers there. So it's not like he's not getting pushed just because he's not going on a big undefeated streak. You know, first of all, we're not the bookers. McMahon might not want to have him beat everybody for the next 5 years. Maybe that wasn't in the plans, but that doesn't mean he's not getting pushed. And if he did win every week against everybody, people would say he's shoved down our throats. He wins every match like Cena and Reigns. Fuck the Fiend. You know what I mean? But, so Bray Wyatt losing against Goldberg is probably an honor to him to be in there with Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? So to say that they're not pushing him, it's not true. Maybe it did stop his momentum, but that's because we're thinking of him on some undefeated monster streak where he no-sells everything and kills everybody's finishers. If you look at it like that, it did stop the momentum for this, but who says that that's what McMahon wanted? For him to beat everybody and no-sell for the next 3 years. Maybe that wasn't the plan, so just because he lost doesn't mean that he's fucking being destroyed, really, or that he's not getting pushed anymore, you know what I mean? He might win the belt fucking tonight, who knows? We don't know what the plans are, so, but he's still getting fucking well treated, a 2-time world champ. You had guys in the past who wrestled in WWE for 20 years that were 100 times better than The Fiend, who never had a chance at fighting for the belt, you know what I'm saying? So 2 world titles is pretty good for a fat, Raven-esque goth guy, you know what I mean? Also, Drew McIntyre. There's your young guy getting pushed there, for the love of fuck. He went to the Indies to find himself, you know what I mean? And he's fighting for the title. A young guy going up against Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania. It doesn't get any more young guy than that there. You know what I'm saying? You have a young guy fighting Brock at Mania against the biggest money guy of the company, Brock Lesnar. That's the real fucking star there. You know what I mean? But Drew, young guy Drew, he's getting this opportunity. He won the Rumble. That's a young guy getting pushed. Okay? On the women's side of things, you have Rhea Ripley this year. You have Shayna Baszler, 2 new people fighting for world titles at Mania. They don't matter because they're girls, the Smarks only care about tiny men there, but you can see that there's a youth movement, even though there's nostalgia guys thrown in the mix. You have youth people, Drew, new women, other people there. You have a young 46-year-old AJ Styles getting the big match against Taker. Full of youth there in this company. But Drew McIntyre, young guy, getting the big push. They're still pushing young guys. When you watch Umberto and his cousin Angel there having matches every week, fucking Andrade, the boring fuck, winning matches every week. These are young guys getting pushed. Ricochet, a little midget, he has a big opportunity. He got squashed by Lesnar, but he's the size of Lesnar's fucking leg. You know what I'm saying? That he's probably thrilled to make that money going there and wrestling Lesnar, the match of his fucking career. They said it on the show. And, that's good enough for a young guy. He can fucking have other matches down the road. You know what I mean? There's all kind of young guys on NXT, shit like this. The problem with the Smarks is once the young guys become stars, then they turn their backs on him. Or they'll reject him like Roman Reigns. I was against Reigns too there, but Roman Reigns, young guy from the new generation. He got a monster push, a little Cena-esque. He's Vince's boy, but technically he's a young guy getting pushed. Seth Rollins, a young guy getting pushed. The fans turned on him because he defended the company against AEW fanboys. They turned on him, the Smarks. WWE wanted to take the belt off the real star to please the Smarks. They have Seth Rollins beat Lesnar, which should have never fucking happened, in my opinion. What do? They turn on him. You know, Daniel Bryan, they get behind him. Eventually, they stop giving a fuck, which is why Bryan did the fickle thing or whatever. Every time somebody fucking becomes a star, they forget about him. Becky Lynch, we're mad because of this Charlotte thing. We want Becky. Becky wins, they stop caring. The cheers went down by 75% as soon as she won the fucking belt. As soon as they went against the company in their minds and you know, did what the company didn't want to do or whatever there. Once they think they won against the company, then they stop caring. And you see it with Becky Lynch, you see it with Kofi Kingston. WWE racist with blacks. Kofi, we want Kofi. Who's talking about Kofi now? Nobody's even mentioning this guy. They completely forgot he existed. You know what I mean? That's what it's about with these guys. It's about getting behind the new underdog, trying to force the company to push him. And then when he does get pushed, they fucking forget about the guy. They turn on him. You know what I mean? Jinder Mahal, they tried to push a young guy. He's in 3MB. Fuck this guy. You know, Drew McIntyre, he's in 3MB. I don't care. He was in the Indies. You know what I mean? And when Drew wins, if Drew wins at some point, I guess he's gonna win. You know, at some point, fuck this guy. He wasn't 3MB, this fucking goof. Doesn't deserve to win. You know what I mean? Baron Corbin, they try to push him. Fuck Corbin. Every young guy they either reject or they turn on him when he becomes a fucking star or when they try to anyway. But that's the way it is. WWE does push young guys. They always fucking experiment with different guys, but the fans either don't give a shit, they reject, or they fucking turn on him. So there you go. There's Drew McIntyre. That's your young guy of the day there, fighting for the world title. Not every match has to be a young guy overcoming the odds. It's okay to have a bit of nostalgia on the show for us real fans that have been spending our money for 20, 30 years watching this fucking shit. Is it okay if we have something we like? Is it just about Smarks wanting to push jobbers or whatever the fuck? We want Rusev as the next star. Rusev Day. They just fucking took Rusev off television. No, we're not doing this shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, Drew wins. A year, not even. They turn on Drew. They get behind the next young guy. They're going to claim they don't push young guys. Young guy wins. Fuck him. NXT roster guy goes on Raw. Oh, fuck him. Now that he's on the main roster, Vince will change him. That's the bullshit garbage of the Smarks. They always try to fucking push young people, and they all fucking know it. It's the fans are a bunch of goofs nowadays. It is what it is. The fans are a bunch of fucking goofs. They just go against the company no matter fucking what. How the fuck is WWE supposed to push guys in an environment like that? You know what I mean? Might as well just give it on old Fox that can draw money, since the fans can't fucking make up their fucking mind on anything, including myself. Including myself. Until next time, peace.